So we go to the U.S. title match with Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, and this time it was only 15 minutes from the end of the world title match to the beginning of this match. But now you've got two guys in a single match that have to follow four of the biggest stars in the company that had to follow 30 girls for an hour and a half. So maybe that might be why the crowd was petering out by this point, and it's been 2 hours already, right? So Owens, as advertised, and as he said, he didn't have a cast on his hand. He was wearing a wrist support and some black tape, and he was throwing left-handed chops. But Logan Paul, by the way, is getting raves and from everybody, and he should. He's a natural. He was able to take over and work on the hand, get heat on the hand. He unwrapped the tape like an old timer. I mean, after Logan Paul got his ass kicked and he can sell, and his timing, his athleticism, his heel attitude, and when he's getting the heel on the bad hand, the way he's twisting the finger, he gets little things that are not honestly easy for a lot of aspiring wrestling school students and even professionals to pick up on. It's just amazing how far he's come with this. But great heel heat. And then Owens made a left-handed comeback, couple cannonballs and a frog splash, and they start going into their big moves and 2 counts and trading the swantons. And finally, Logan Paul hit the big right hand, boom, and dropped him and cover 1, 2, 2 count. And Logan Paul, oh shit. His big move didn't work, didn't pay off. And then here comes one of Logan Paul's, I guess, his internet stooges, his YouTube show, wherever is.
A guy in a white shirt to the average person.
Yes, he's always identified as one of, Logan Paul's consorts or cohorts. I better look consort up before I use that again. Anyways, security blocks this guy off, but here comes Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. And Theory slips Logan Paul the knucks, but as he tries to stand up and use them, Owens grabs him and takes him away and nails Logan Paul with the knucks and covers him. And the referee counts 1, 2, and points at the knuckles on Owens' hand and sees him and calls for the disqualification. Oh, boo! And actually, I like that. It was a nice fucking wrestling finish from back in the old days. And the program isn't over. That's obvious because not only from that finish, but then Owens jumped Logan Paul and powerbombed him through the desk. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have left with the fucking prick having some heat. Because then that makes Owens, what are they going to have next? Maybe a taped fist match. I don't give a shit. But they get heat on the heel for cheating and winning, and then the babyface gets to fucking powerbomb him or whatever through a desk. But it wasn't bad. And Logan Paul I'm a huge fan. He's another top guy in this category. Instead of getting over as a wrestler to become a major star, he got over as a star and then became a wrestler, but he's the furthest thing from bad at it. So I can't knock him. Your thoughts?
I thought it was all right. The crowd reactions again hurt the match. I don't know who this guy was. Again, I don't follow the world of Logan Paul. I guess if you do, you know who he was, but it was just a guy in a white shirt. And it was I thought it was a pretty clever finish. I thought it was well done. Logan Paul doesn't seem out of place in there.
You know that's a Dusty spot, by the way. And I know he might have stolen it from Eddie Graham, but remember
the referee catching something on you?
The referee catching something. Rock and Roll and Midnight. We did a version of it 2 different ways. One, I would get in and whack somebody with the racket, but when I put my heel on top of the guy I knocked out, I would accidentally leave the racket to go get the referee and revive him so he could count it. 1, 2, and then his hand would come down for the 3, but he'd grab the racket and hold it up, and people would go crazy. And another one, Big Bubba would come in and give the Bubba Slam to Ricky Morton, but his hat would fall off, and he'd roll out of the ring real quickly, And I'd slide the referee in, and the referee count 1, 2, and grab the fucking hat. And as soon as he would hold it up, everybody would fucking go crazy. Yes, yes. And then there you go. And that was a Dusty. But anyway, that's the thing is that, it's a creative wrestling finish that we used to get in the old days that would necessitate a rematch or a DQ or just a way to get out of something and go to the next thing. It's a nice little throwback. It makes some sense here because they're obviously going to have another match. So we shall see.